carrots on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get, my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, got it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby to make a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
Yeah, tell my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again hits. This goes so hard even the
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Arnold Ebiketie, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one too low.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. A great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Winston to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Winston. That one complete to Hill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, trying to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They go play action. Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Here we go with Kamara. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. on second down to run with Patterson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts from 4 yards out. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. To throw is Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. And, of course, we knew that he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Winston now. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And
anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Off the play fake, Winston. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Now Winston on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. 1st down, Winston. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Winston. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ready.
They'll throw again. Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a bit closer. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On play action, Winston. Pass complete, finds Thomas going across the middle. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. throwing again on second down. Winston being chased out left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
Play action now, Winston. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Ready.
Winston sneaking it. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, as time expires in the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coach.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here in this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Lutz with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, He likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw again. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts. He'll get it inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Koo now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A 10th carry for Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
But that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here, punter, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. Trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
On 2nd down, Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 2nd half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Jameis now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Saints are right back in this football game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now Winston on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward.